Welcome back to the WWE Reddit, the show where I gotta remind you that I'm not in charge of what your kids watch, you are. This isn't the kids channel, so maybe instead of blaming me for cursing in front of your kids, maybe you should not just stick an iPad in their face and call yourself a parent and call it a day. Let's get into the WWE memes for the week. Io Sky turns 35 today. Happy birthday, dude. Hell, 35, damn. That's actually way older than I thought she was, but yeah, she looks good for 35. That's it. Oh man, rest in peace, Sabu, man. Like that's, you know what's crazy? I found out about this so late. I found out about it like Monday, and I think it happened the day before, something like that. I was heartbroken, man. You know, definitely ECW legend. Are you kidding me? He was wrestling up until a couple days before he died. I can't believe, like, I don't even want to get into the whole Joey Janela situation. I'm not touching it. But you know what? Just RIP Sabu. That's all we need to talk about. Legend in the wrestling industry, extreme wrestling legend. Not even just ECW, but just there's a lot of inspiration for a lot of, you know, extreme wrestlers out there. So, yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad, but what a career. WTF is Jeff doing? Is this him and his daughter? Let the man be a father. What are we hating on? Yo, we hating on Jeff Hardy. There will be no Jeff Hardy slander on this Reddit. I'll let you know that right now. Hey, Maximum Cook. Was it just because he's acting a little zest? He's dancing with his daughter. Like, how dare you, bro? You know what? Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm all about free speech, but you gotta try again. All right, let's move on. Unk was flabbergasted. We got Alexa and a lot of big Alexa Bliss fans out there. You know, I used to watch Wrestle Talk back in the day. I used to be a big fan of him, actually. And there was this one guy that would always super chat in on the podcast, always talking about Alexa Bliss. Like, you know, I was wondering, like, you know, maybe John Cena's heel run is leading to an Alexa Bliss return. So it just got so creepy. It was every week and it was just nonstop about Alexa. Even the chat would be like, oh my God. And I feel like maybe, you know, I was inching there with Tiffany Stratton. I think we can, come on. We know I'm kidding. She's my wrestling crush, sure, but I'm, you know, jokes. I'm obviously a respectful gentleman, huh? Shout out my girlfriend Crystal at home. Hey, she doesn't watch this shit. But yeah, man. Is Truth really going to dethrone Cena? What are we talking about? Let's be real here, brother. R-Truth, you know, I think they should have a match. Have Cena versus R-Truth, Saturday night's main event. That, I mean, it's got to happen one time, right? Let Cena kill him. I think that's good wrestling right there, brother. You know, a lot of people are actually down about this moment happening because it's like, what, you know, it's a little bit goofy to have in the main event of a championship match on a pay-per-view. But if we remember the ending of the last pay-per-view that happened, nothing phases me anymore. So it really didn't bother me that much, to be honest with you. Let me know, though. Let me know if R-Truth being in this spot. I mean, it might be leading to a title match, though, right? I mean, plus the press conference stuff, he got put to the table. I don't know. Maybe, I don't take anything seriously, I guess. Maybe I just start caring more. Wow, the greatest heel in the history of WWE. Why did this get removed? What the hell are we doing, Reddit? Okay, let's see. I mean, it's Vince, right? I mean, I'm looking at this list, and while there's a lot of really good heels on here, I just think it's one thing to be a heel, and it's one thing to be a heel that people like legitimately hate. I think Edge is on that list. Flair is on that list, but Vince has got to be number one. I don't know if he was really playing a character at all. And that helps, I guess. Don't blame him. I'm already not liking what I'm seeing.
Look what my kids did today.
What even is that? Is that marker? You wrote Sharpie. You know, I don't condone killing your family. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't. Don't blame him. You don't blame him. What are we? It's the same guy that called Jeff Hardy a zest man. I'm reading between the lines. What are we letting? God. This new Naomi character is seriously fire. I'm hoping they lean into exploring it more with this without getting derailed in booking. Really looking forward for what comes next for her. I'd love for her to win the title at some point. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Tiff? I'm always watching. No, dude, Naomi being like a crazy, like, you know, heel. I think it's a really good look for her. I'm waiting for Bianca to come back. I feel like there might not be, you know, a finished chapter with that Jade storyline. And I'm assuming Naomi's gonna have something to do with it, maybe. Maybe I'm just clutching at straws. Nothing's gonna happen. But, man, I don't know. I think Naomi needs to win something. I feel like it's not the time for her to win this championship, but at some point for sure. Yeah, Alexa Bliss is back. Why was she gone? This is like her second return this year. Why? I mean, I'm excited to see her more on television. I mean, the women's division definitely needs her in it. They need more women in general. But like, I can't get excited about this yet because they brought her back before and then she just was gone. Unless something, I don't know if she got injured or what. You know, I'm not in really the know with things anymore. But yeah, I hope she does stuff this time. Where the fuck is the Wyatt Six, by the way? When was the last time they've been on? I saw them twice. They had 2 matches and then they fucked off forever. What a way to kill a faction. They were over as hell too. Like, such a great debut, such a great, like, you know, couple matches that they had. The first Extreme Rules match, you know, 4 of them had, all of them besides Nikki Cross. It was fire. The fuck happened? Where'd they go? They're out here eating catering with Apollo Crews backstage. No, he's injured. I recently found out from the last Reddit video he's injured. So that's not funny. WWE really fumbled these two. They had the potential and X Factor too. Is this Matt Hardy? Oh, they fumbled MVP. Isn't he like one of the longest reigning United States champions of all time? Or maybe he should have been more, I guess is what you're saying. And I get it. MVP was great. Mr. Kennedy, things happened. You know, Randy Orton happened and then an injury happened. He just kind of had a lot of bad luck strings over his career. But he did well for himself at the end. You know what I'm saying? TNA treated him right, I think. Never watched it. But MVP, I think the Hurt Business definitely should have been more. But in terms of this version of him, yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I hate saying that everybody should have been a world champion because, like, not everybody can. You know what I mean? For the most part, 2 people are going to main event WrestleMania every year. You know what I'm saying? We got to pick and choose every now and again. I'm not saying MVP couldn't have gotten there, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't think I know if I could have seen him, or at least this gimmick, be a world champion. That's just, you know, the case for a lot of gimmicks out there. That's why I talk about it all the time. If I was ever a wrestler, I'd want my name to be Jaron Walker, not like, you know, the googly eye man or something like, you know what I mean? Like, just some stuff can't get over. MVP was definitely a cool guy, they never really, maybe it's just presentation. I don't know. What am I, a booker? No, I'm a YouTuber, damn it. Jeff Cobb, WWE name change, wrong answers only. Oh God, let's see. Rhino Reigns, LOL. You know, that's perfect. We don't even have to go further than that. I'm highly confused about this. Why become a luchador just to beat a luchador? You know, I don't know. I feel like when he went away for, you know, no. I think it's a AAA thing. I think maybe they had the plans in motion for them to buy AAA. I think we're going to put El Grande Americano there. Chad Gable's a fantastic wrestler. He can match the Lucha Libre style well. I think they just had to create a story to get there. And this is a great way to do it. You got El Grande Americano, not Chad Gable. It's a luchador. That's going to be a really good heel in the Worlds Collide AAA thing that they're going to be doing. Is it just me, or are these hooded or full black clothed returns, debuts, and attacks getting really repetitive and annoying? The recent surprises have been 80% done that way, and WWE needs to find an alternative ways for this. I think it's, what I don't, yeah, no, they do it a lot. Because I'm thinking about it, they do Drew McIntyre a lot, you know, obviously the Braun Breaker one. Xia Li, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Recognize them things from a mile away. But regardless, you know, I think they should do more who is this man things. Like, keep it a mystery. You can't have the guy get in there and hit his patented fucking spear and be like, who is it? Who is this? Sometimes they don't pretend, you know, like they don't know who it is. But, oh, they got other examples in here. They got Braun. Okay. Yo, oh God, they've done it a lot. Holy shit. Okay. And oh wow. Oh. But yeah, I feel like if they turn it into a storyline about, look at Lyra Valkyrie's fiance chilling. He's like, damn. Let's get a move on. My girl's coming out next. They gotta do like a mystery man thing, like who is this mystery attacker? I think that would be effective, you know what I mean? But I do think just them coming in, what is the point of hiding yourself if you're just gonna immediately reveal it? You know what I mean? Why are you hiding who you are just for the pop. I mean, just have them pop when, you know, you go over the barricade and hit them. It doesn't have to be a fucking mystery for 5 seconds. What was Rollins telling, or I'm telling Breaker, wrong answers only. This content is impersonation. We're just making up shit at this point. What the fuck are we doing? All right, let's see. What is Rollins telling Breaker? Look at Paul. Here we go. Fucking play the Jeopardy music. All right, hey, lay off the fake tan. Your hands look like orange claw. What is up with the fake hands in WWE lately, by the way? Chad Gable, El Grande Americano also. Weird that they're both, you know, fake. And Braun Breaker, even Paul Heyman coming out looking like a damn Tropicana bottle, bro. I don't understand what the hell is going on. You look fine on TV. It's like getting worse. Like the fake tans are getting worse. There was a female that did it recently in WWE. Maybe I was just making shit up. You know what? Keep it going, everybody. Tan it up. You know, maybe not enough people are tan. We got to. Was it Lyra? No, I don't. What the fuck am I talking about? Who cares? Wait. No, did somebody just confirm what I was talking about? Hold on. Thanks for the spray tan recommendation. It looks great on my wife. Was it Becky? Did she have the tan? I knew I wasn't tripping. Yo, I'm so glad I talked about it and I've been validated in fucking 5 seconds later in my own video. Hold on. No, it's not that bad. I mean, she's tanner, but you know, it's not like fucking, not Brent Oakley levels, huh? Ain't no way he here. Dude, Jeff Cobb getting a big reaction. Good for him. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had no idea he was even a free, I don't even know what company he was wrestling for before. Where the fuck was he? I've seen him wrestle on like the independents years ago. And I haven't really heard too much about him since then. It's interesting to see him in WWE now. I wonder what he's going to do. He's not even Samoan. All right, I guess the bloodline, it's just the Bloods. Is he gonna regret his heel turn someday? How do you turn John Cena face again? How the hell? Because like he has talked a lot of shit. He's just gonna be like, hey, sorry, I was wrong. Please forgive me, everybody. I don't think you can't do a promo like that where you're like, hey, please forgive me. No, you gotta like have it be organic in some way, but maybe Cena does just kind of, you know, over the next couple months, he realizes, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, I'm leaving soon. Like, these people are trying to embrace me and I'm being a dickhead to them. That's the only way I can see it. But I really like the heel run. I really do. It makes me feel like his title run shouldn't actually last till December. But then the whole point of the title run in the first place wouldn't really make any sense. I don't know how we do. Maybe he just ends it as a heel. His last match might just be a heel. And, you know, I'm thinking he fights Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event, wins against Cody, and then he gets cashed in on, and that's his actual last match. And then Cena's like, thank you, everybody. Hey, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Sami Zayn versus John Cena, WWE title. The man who won it 17 times versus the man who only needs to win it once. Montreal, 10 years in the making. This is it. This is the agenda. I disagree. Sami Zayn, I mean, folks, let me put it in perspective for you for a second. The Royal Rumble 2026 is going to be in Saudi Arabia. And who the hell else is going to win a Saudi Arabia Royal Rumble if not Sami Zayn? I think it makes perfect sense. It's good PR for everybody. Hey, look, you know, we didn't just make some random guy. But look, we put it in Saudi Arabia because it makes sense. Sami, who wasn't allowed to come here for a while. But I think Sami is going to win the Rumble. And yeah, I'm excited to see that happen. I've actually been waiting a long time for him to win a Rumble. Don't know why it hasn't happened up to this point, but next year is his year, damn it. And then he could face, I don't know, your mother. No, let's move on. He's definitely on to something. This was hilarious. This is Carlita. To Raquel Rodriguez, I know you miss Liv. We could hang out, get something to eat or something. We can use your credit card. I'll pay you back. He's been flirting with this woman for a while. You know, at what point does it just get uncomfortable? You know what I mean? It's like your coworker that just won't stop hitting on you. Hey, you know, you wanna go out later? No. Hey, Raquel, you know what I'm saying? Like, just wondering maybe you changed your mind about that date that I've been trying to go on. And that's when you complain to the boss, huh? Get her fired. No, not the other way. Bro, people are horrible, by the way. That's why, like, I don't like this stuff, because it's like, this is stuff that happens in real life. Maybe I'm taking it too seriously. Okay. How the fuck am I supposed to read this, external dog? You got me trying to... What the fuck? All right, women's wrestling fan. Women deserve better. Same breath. She's sleeping with her boss. That's why she is where she is. She should retire. She doesn't deserve it. She's handed that. These are not the same people, by the way. You guys are the real reason it's so difficult to be taken seriously as a women's wrestler. If you put as much effort into your own miserable lives as you put into degrading successful women, then maybe you would accomplish something yourself. I agree with this wholeheartedly. I also don't know if these are the same kinds of fans talking. You know what I'm saying? We can't just group everybody into the same thing. There are two. Get off Twitter. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. Wrestlers got to start doing it. Fans gotta. If you don't like seeing this stuff, get off. It's never going to stop. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? The whole narrative bullshit. It has been a thing forever, and it's what I'm saying. And people are just stupid. Twitter is the worst place in the world for anything, especially the wrestling community. You just hear a bunch of crappy bullshit. And my life is so much better not being on it. I really can't, suggest it enough. This is valid though. You know what I mean? Like people do talk like this. If they do talk like with this and this, that's a problem. But I do think it's two different, kinds of people talking. But there is, a big reason fans still go to the bathroom during women's matches. Why? I literally had somebody at my job before I quit my job. Somebody literally told me this is a wrestling fan. He goes, "I don't care about women's wrestling." Why? The moves in this match was fantastic. The athleticism is incredible, and I never could imagine that this match could be as good as it was. It's a shame they got vaginas. You know what I mean? That's a damn shame, or else I would have been paying attention, huh? Fuck yeah, fuck all this bullshit. There's a lot of sexism in wrestling, even for people on YouTube. If I uploaded a video that people want me to do, women's matches all the time on a 2K thing, I can't. Because this is my job and no one's gonna fucking watch it. I've tried a lot of times. You go back and you look at anything with women in the thumbnail or women's like action in the thumbnail for a 2K video especially, it's you know what I mean? It's fucked up. I wish we could, have both. You know what I'm saying? Because that even WWE, bro. People like to fucking call me out for my thumbnails all the time, but you go on WWE's channel and you got fucking Tatum Paxley's ass in the thumbnail. You got Stephanie Vaquer's fucking, hoo-ha's up in the thumbnail. No one's getting the clicks. They even do it. Remember when Nikita Lyons debuted, they took advantage of that as much as they could on social media. And it's like, the company themselves is doing this as well. They're having the same mentality as the fans do, where it's like, hits. You know what I mean? I'd like to think I at least, while I do, make a lot of jokes, I do analyze women's wrestling the same way as men's wrestling. It's kind of annoying that, not everybody can do that. It's okay to have, attraction to somebody, but it's also okay to have that attraction and still, think of them as regular fucking wrestlers, like a normal person. But, you go on Twitter. Why are you ever taking people on Twitter's opinion seriously? You know what I'm saying? They say Jey Uso sucks. Is the crowd doing that? He hasn't been booed one fucking time, not even at WrestleMania. They were turning on Rhea Ripley, saying that she's, Hogan. She was the one fucking cheered most at WrestleMania and in the whole feud in that triple threat match. You know what I mean? Fucking, let me see. I don't know. It's just bullshit like that. It's just like, there's a lot of things you hear online that really don't translate ever to the actual audiences. This is a whole different fucking thing. All these people do is just sit there and tweet. They don't go to shows. They barely go to shows. And when they do, it's like they don't make any noise because they're little bitches. You know what I'm saying? Their Twitter fingers are louder than their actual throats. That felt weird to say, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Stop taking these people's opinions so seriously. Wrestlers got to start doing that too. You gotta realize these people are not real. They don't show their faces. And they hide behind nothing, and the fact that people can't find them or really talk to them in person about it, and you never hear that stuff in real life ever. We gotta stop taking Twitter so seriously, because that's where the biggest problems are coming from, to be honest with you. Wow. Will Tiffany Stratton carry her title until WrestleMania 42? No, she'll carry it until WrestleMania 75, where she'll retire. Yeah, 75. She'll retire, put it in the ring, put her boots up. And I'll pop the barricade and take him home with me. Who is the greatest wrestler of all time when it comes to in-ring performance and why? Oh, man. Bret Hart is obviously up there. I'm assuming Shawn Michaels is going to be on here. Yep. Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero. Oh, yeah. Shawn Michaels. It's Shawn Michaels. You want to know why? Just watch his fucking matches. Has Shawn Michaels had a bad match? And if he has he been the reason that it was okay? DX versus Brothers of Destruction at the Saudi show. Okay, but he was bald. That's not the same guy, all right? That's an imposter. But Shawn Michaels is the greatest wrestler of all time. If we're talking about in-ring performance specifically, because when you talk about like the GOATs of wrestling, you gotta incorporate everything. Wrestling ability, mic skills, star power, longevity. That's why when you talk about Mount Rushmore, most of the time it's Hogan, Austin, Rock, Cena. Sometimes people replace Rock with Roman. You know what I mean? Which is, it's fair. It's just a little early for me to do that myself. But in terms of actual in-ring, Shawn Michaels is number one all time. I've never seen a bad Shawn Michaels match, and he has had legitimate bangers every single time I've seen him, even on like regular television. Shawn Michaels is the greatest wrestler of all time. I can't even, I will refuse to hear an argument about that. That's right. Who's most likely to drop their title first? What the fuck? Okay, Tiffany or Oh. All right, let's take this seriously. You know, analyzing women's wrestling for a second. The thing is, Tiffany has already held it for a long time. I know Io hasn't held it, you know, too much shorter than her, you know. She's been champion almost as long as Tiffany has, sorta. Io is being built as like the next mega star in the women's division. Like, she is really being put on a pedestal, and she is so over with the crowd where it's like, she is a star. Like, people don't realize, like, she is being built to be like the next Rhea Ripley. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think that's an exaggeration. Like, she's being built as the star, the champion of this, you know, women's division, which she already is. What the fuck am I talking about? But Tiffany, I do feel like she's being treated as like a lesser champion. And I feel like she will probably lose it first. I can't see her holding it too much longer. I feel like she might drop it at, might be soon. But to be honest with you, yikes. It's gonna break my heart. You know, I got enough belts for both of us, Tiff. You know what I mean? Triple champion, by the way, officially. Vibe's first ever triple champion. Cry about it, huh? Who out of these people are most likely to take the title off Cena? We talked about it already, but I genuinely feel like it's whoever wins the Money in the Bank briefcase. We'll see once that pay-per-view actually ends, but I have a strong feeling that, you know, you see John Cena versus Cody Rhodes in John Cena's final match, and it's like, oh, Cody's gonna beat John because it's his last date, and of course they're not gonna have the title go away. But then you have Cena win. You get Cena to win, and it's like, oh fuck, what the fuck? He's leaving with the title? Bang, cash in. Who that man is, I don't know. Oh God, you know who I really hope it's not? Okay, I really hope it's not fucking this guy. But I do think it's whoever wins Mr. Money in the Bank. You know, give it to AJ Styles. Come on, guys. All right. Who can really win Money in the Bank this year? And like, you know, okay, if Cena's a baby face, oh fuck. Maybe it's somebody. Maybe it's a heel. If a heel wins and Cena's like a baby face going into that final match, you can even flip the dynamic. It's Cena, his last match. Okay. We're booking right now. Hear me out. You know, we're calculating in the head. Cena is doing all of this because he wants somebody to beat him desperately. You know what I'm saying? Cena's not going to pull any punches, but he's doing this with the hopes that somebody actually steps up to the plate and beats him. And the longer the year goes on, Cena gets more and more paranoid because the whole time he's done this, he's expected somebody to take the title off of him. But the longer the year goes on, he's like, oh fuck, no one's taking this off me. Like, I'm gonna have to leave with this. And then he gets depressed because of it. He's put himself in a situation where he's gonna have to leave with the championship, but he doesn't want to just give the title to somebody. He wants somebody to come in and actually beat John Cena, but nobody can. And he's like, you know, he's getting more, you know, raggedy, torn up about it, this, whatever. And he's so disheveled and so like paranoid about the fact that he's just gonna keep winning and no one's gonna be able to beat him, that he somehow gets sympathy from the fans. And Cody comes back at some point as a heel, face Cena versus Cody Rhodes, and maybe Cody wins as a heel. Whatever. Oh fuck. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of the bloodline stuff. Like, now that Roman Reigns' title run has ended, why? I mean, like, okay, new bloodline. That was a good extension of the story, but we should just be done now. The bloodline, let it be what it was. You know what I mean? This isn't even like, I don't know. We're just keep adding people. Every time, you know what I mean? Oh, somebody's in trouble, we add somebody. I'm kind of over it. Jeff Cobb's cool. Like, this has nothing to do with Jeff Cobb. I think he's great. But it's just like, I'm tired of the bloodline. After the Solo and Jacob set, let's just end it. You know what I mean? Let's move it along. Y'all think we'll ever see someone pull a WWE 12 Road to WrestleMania Sheamus in real life? Wow. Where he holds all the championships? I mean, Charlotte Flair. There you go. We're bringing sure guy is bankrupt, huh? Either that or the lawsuit that, you know, when CM Punk slapped him, the amount of events he was able to attend, it's run out. The well is dry. Or maybe WrestleMania is just so expensive that he can't fucking afford to go to all these shows anymore. It's Mania and SummerSlam and that's it. I don't even, dude, I've gone to the last 10 SummerSlams in a row. The last 10, I've been to the 4 in Brooklyn. I went to Toronto. I was in the Thunderdome for SummerSlam 2020. I went to Vegas, Nashville, Detroit, and Cleveland. And I want to go to, I mean, it's in New York, where I lived for fucking 23 years, 24 years. And I'm scared because I'm starting to think that I'm not going to be able to go. You know what I mean? I don't want to shell out $1,500 for 2 tickets. So I'm not going to sit alone. You know what I mean? The lower level section, the cheapest seats in the lower level is $700 for both nights. And, you know, I'm not going to sit all the way up in the fucking rafters. That's, you know, what am I broke? But I also don't feel like spending all that money. And I just, they keep bumping. It's going to get worse and worse. Next year, it's going to be fucking $1,000 for the seats. I can't do it anymore. Thank God for Klarna. Fuck. What's next for Gunther? I think he needs some time off, personally. You know what I mean? I think put him with Ludwig again. Have him win the tag titles. Bang. I don't know. He's done everything already. He's literally like, I was so excited for his championship stuff, but he's done fucking everything at this point. I don't even know he needs a little bit of time off. He's won King of the Ring, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, longest champion in the history of NXT, between all the shows, and he's been a world champion for, you know, 8 months. What else can you do? You know what I mean? He's gonna fight for Goldberg. There it is. You know, people are like, how is he fighting Jey Uso again on Raw? You think Jey's gonna beat Gunther clean again? That's not gonna happen. There's gonna be interference from Goldberg. I'm calling it right now, but I can't even talk. I'm calling it right now, baby. I don't feel good saying that, but it's gonna happen. Which rivalry is the rivalry of WWE? I mean, it's Austin Rock. Okay, there you go. It is. I mean, Cena Orton is a legendary rivalry. It's just, when you think of a rivalry in wrestling, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. I don't think there's been anything that's even, you know, matched that yet. Not even close. Which is a shame. You know what I mean? I mean, these two are mega stars. Cena and The Rock. Cena Reigns didn't even feel like as big as this, though. You know what I mean? It's always going to be Austin Rock, in my opinion. Name the first Sin Cara match that comes to mind. Sin Cara versus Sin Cara Negro. They love saying that on television. We get it. It's Spanish. We know what you're doing. But that match, and then all the, what the fuck were they called? The Lucha Dragons versus the New Day. Right? Come on, surely somebody has the same answer as me. That's gotta be the top comment. I'm calling it right now. It's the top comment. Give it to me. There it is. There it is. Hey, we're almost at 20,000 members, dude. El Grande isn't Chad Gable, huh? Then how do you explain? Ooh. You know, people can have cuts on their hands. You know what I mean? I really wish it wasn't Chad Gable. Like after everything is said and done. Like it's still like up in the air. Is it actually Chad Gable? Yes. But I do hope that when they take the mask off, it is somebody else. That would be very, very funny. Oh my. You getting out of here, brother. Jon Moxley, huh? What was he going by in the, how long ago was this? Why does he have pink? What am I watching? What am I looking at? He's got my chain on. What the fuck? Mine's better. Which brand do you prefer watching more currently, Raw or SmackDown is a piece of shit. My goodness, Raw has been okay the last few weeks. Normally it'd be banging, but SmackDown, I want to put a gun in my mouth. Good Lord. I mean, it doesn't stink, Like, because I mean, comparing it to 5 years ago, it's God, oh my God. But I don't know, it's just like not exciting. I feel like they don't have like too many things going on. They're just doing stuff week by week. I mean, how many matches did SmackDown even have at Backlash? 1? 2, excuse me, 2. I think we got to bring back brand exclusive pay-per-views. I think giving more people a time to shine on their own actual brand show, rather than having a combined thing where you got to pick and choose who you want to put on at a certain time, creates a big opportunity for a lot of things. Let's put some tag team championship matches on pay-per-view. Me waiting for Finn to turn on. God, it's been like a year and a half. When the fuck? I guess Dominic why didn't it happen at WrestleMania? That is the time to do it. You know what I mean? But now they were teasing it the entirety of the freaking thing up to that point, but now it's like, no, we're gonna do a little more. No, they're just, come on. Whenever Dominic loses the title, it's gonna be because of Finn, and then they'll have a feud, I guess. Or maybe, dude, I don't care anymore. Holy shit. I love the fact that Dominic's champion. I was wanting that to happen for a long time, and you know, they're just doing the same old storylines with him versus the Judgment Day versus Judgment Day. Love that. He deserves so much better. I don't know why Solo doesn't get booked at, like, he hasn't had a Mania match ever. He's literally never had a Mania match. Why? I feel like he's big enough where he should be, but like they've just kind of dropped everything with him. I mean, Jacob Fatu, I'm more excited to see him personally, but that doesn't have to be at the expense of Solo. We got to make Solo credible. He's not even wrestling right now. I don't know what they're doing with him. WWE Core,
He's got a gun! A little bit uncomfortable.
Oh, it was the Lucha Dragons against the Ascension and Neville. What the fuck is this match? That episode of Raw is the worst episode of Raw in the history of the show. I don't even want to talk about it.
I've rigged this entire place with explosives, and that is the truth. Isn't that right, R-Truth? What's up? What's up?
Montez Ford's on the scene! He makes videos for 14-year-old girls and wants to call himself a megastar. No.
I don't know how I feel about it when wrestlers shit on YouTubers. They're like, hey, this fucking YouTuber. I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? At least, I don't film dead bodies. Not yet. Oh my God. You can't, Randy, you can't have that face because, Mr. Kennedy did that to you and you got him fired, you fuck. Asshole.
Yes, host.
I'm done. All right, we will see you next time. Subscribe, please.